We're here at the Reagan Presidential Library, and we're actually able to go inside of Air Force One. This is the only Air Force One at any presidential library in the country. Every president from Nixon until George W. Bush used this plane. Let's go in. So here we are, John Hybush,
to see you,
Executive Director of the Reagan Foundation. Thank you so much for having CNN in your house, by the way.
Happy to, really.
On board Air Force One, the cockpit, with the presidential seals, even on all the chairs. Tell me about it.
That's right. President Reagan's airplane that he flew all 8 years he was in office. He also shared the plane in history because it flew 6 other United States presidents.
And he even went in the cockpit himself.
Oh, yeah, one of his favorite places to be, in there with the pilots and the flight engineers. And, you know, actually, President Reagan wasn't a great fan of flying, but he flew almost more than any other president.
Incredible. Let's continue on.
Absolutely.
So the cockpit behind us, as you walk down this hallway, this is the Command Communication Center. Lots of buttons and lights.
Yeah, this way President Reagan could reach anyone in the world that he needed to on a moment's notice.
And the football.
Yeah, the very famous football, the suitcase that carried the nuclear codes that the president could access in a time of a grave national emergency.
And it's called the football because it's passed from president to president.
That's right.
Okay, let's head this way into the office. So from nuclear codes on board this Air Force One to the fact that President Reagan had quite the sweet tooth, can you tell me about the cake that was always on board?
Yeah, and unlike many other presidents, President Reagan always made sure that when he flew on Air Force One, it would have a chocolate cake. And the reason would be inevitably, whether it was someone in the press corps, someone on his staff, or a family member, it would be an important date, like an anniversary or birthday for someone, and he always wanted to be prepared for that moment.
I heard they would never land without the cake being eaten.
Oh yeah, that's right. Apparently they were really good.
And then there's the Jelly Bellies on board because he was a pipe smoker.
Yeah.
And to quit that, he found a different vice, being sugar.
That's right. That's right. And I guess if I were him, I'd rather take the vice of sugar over
I would
smoke.
too.
So yeah, just like the football with President Reagan, they were always within inches of his grasp.
And his favorite flavor was?
Well, I'm always told it's black licorice, but I can't imagine that's true. It's not the favorite color of mine.
I mean, I always thought it was the rarest to enjoy a black licorice, so at least President Reagan and I have that in common. Before I go, can I sit in his chair?
Absolutely, please do.
Oh my goodness. So this was his office, essentially, on board in his chair. This is his actual jacket?
It is, yeah.
Wow. This is incredible. And what's also incredible, look out the window. That's our debate stage. So all 11 candidates Wednesday night will be flanked by the plane, and President Ronald Reagan's legacy will loom large.